Hi everyone, welcome to DawnTillDusk Tarot. Today's reading, we are going to be finding out what you can expect in the week ahead. And I have 3 piles here for you today. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. So go ahead and take as much time as you need and choose whichever pile it is that you are most drawn to. And with that being said, let's just get right into the readings. Thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 1. If you chose Pile 1, then this is your message, and we are going to be finding out what you can expect in the week ahead. So we will start with your tarot cards here, and we have the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. For Romance Angels, we have Passion. And for the Wisdom Oracle, we have Never Ending Story. So, right off the bat, I see that you got these 2 queens. And these 2 queens are actually the most abundant queens as far as having what they desire, and whatever they want kind of just comes to them. And we'll start with the Queen of Wands, because this is somebody that is in a phase of their life that they are just extremely attractive to other people, and that can mean physically attractive. It can mean that you're just giving off this energy that is just drawing other people towards you, and this is the energy that you're going to have surrounding you this week, which is really great, because I believe that you have done some work on yourself. I know it's kind of been a weird time that we've been spending a lot more time inside and by ourselves. So I think a lot of people have started to learn about themselves more than ever, because they had to spend a lot more time with themselves than they normally would. You know, they may not have been going to work as much or going out as much with friends, seeing people. So we've kind of had to rely on ourselves for companionship, as weird as that may sound, but it has forced a lot of people to get to know themselves, and I think that has happened for you. And the more you've gotten to know yourself, the more comfortable you've actually gotten with yourself. So that way now, when everybody's starting to kind of get back out into the world and get back to their regular lives as much as they can, you're going to be stepping out with this energy of, yeah, I like myself. Like, I think I'm a good person, and there's no reason that other people shouldn't think I'm a good person. And that's going to come across to other people, and they're going to really appreciate that. They're going to see that you are somebody that is interesting to be around, and this energy that you're giving off is, people are going to pick up on that. So that's really great. And the Queen of Pentacles is about having what you want and need on more of like a materialistic level, as far as you won't be experiencing a lack this week. Maybe you will be starting a new business. Maybe you'll be making money in a way that you didn't see coming. But either way, there is going to be this abundance in the part of your life that you will be receiving things that you want, and you'll be able to provide for yourself, and you'll just have this stability that you don't have to worry about how you're going to make money or make ends meet. I don't know if that has been a concern of yours in the past or even in like the recent past, but this is just indicating that that period is coming to an end and you will be very taken care of by yourself and whatever this is that's coming your way as far as money or just physical things that you want will be happening for you. And I also see this Three of Cups. This card is about getting together with people. It's about just really see the people here. They're just kind of coming together to celebrate. So maybe that's what's going to bring about all of this abundant queen energy that we see. Because as I said, this has been a strange time for everybody, and maybe you haven't been getting to spend as much time with the people that you care about, because really nobody has had as many opportunities as we normally would to do that. And this is just letting you know that there will be more of the socializing again in the future that you enjoy doing. Because I do feel that you're a social person. You have this confidence about you, like you understand that people are drawn to you, and you enjoy that, of course, and you make the people around you happy and want to spend time with you. So this is just showing you that that's going to become a part of your life again if it hasn't been for a while. And maybe even this week you'll be getting together with some people that you haven't seen for some time, or even just people reaching out and you communicating with people that you haven't gotten to talk to for a while, haven't gotten to see. Whatever the case is, this will be a very social, and you'll just feel very fulfilled socially this week is what I'm seeing here. Now we also have this passion card that it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I really think that this passion is going to be felt. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can be. Maybe as you're going out again and seeing people that you care about, this may have to do with a romantic relationship as well that maybe you haven't really gotten to explore yet, and now you're going to get to start to explore that. But I also think that this could just be indicating that you will find that passion that you've always had for just spending time with people and socializing. That is kind of what gives you, I don't know, sometimes people, their energy and vibration goes up as they socialize, whereas some people it drains their batteries basically, and socializing is actually difficult for them. But for you, I think that socializing with people, seeing friends, being out, just having these experiences with other people is very energizing to you. It makes you feel like that's kind of your purpose, is to go out and have new experiences with people that you care about. So I think that this is just letting you know that that is going to become a big part of your life again. So that is something to look forward to. It's just feeling that passion again, feeling that energy that you receive by feeding off of other people's happiness and just having a good time is really like what this is saying. And as I said, it can be romantic too, so maybe you will be connecting with somebody that you've wanted to connect with, and it will be passionate. Or maybe you already have a partner, and this is just indicating that once you are stepping into this attractive Queen of Wands energy, the partner that you currently have will see you kind of with fresh eyes again, and that might cause the passion to increase, like how it was in the beginning of a relationship. So either way, there's just going to be a lot of positive energy. I see it's just going to be an energetic time for you, and you're going to use that energy for good and be around people that you care about. So this never-ending story card is really about not letting your ego get in the way of things or comparing yourself to other people. Because when I say ego, I don't mean that you are full of yourself. Ego can actually be insecurities too. I mean, it can be, it's a focus on yourself. So I think that this is just reminding you that even though you have all of this confidence and people are going to be drawn to you and you're going to be getting back out there and having fun, don't start to get so much into yourself that you turn it into a negative thing. Because sometimes when we put too much focus on ourselves, and it starts out as just a positive thing, that it's like we're feeling good about ourselves. Maybe you're going to dress up nice for the first time in a while because you're going to be going out with these people and you haven't for a while. So you're just like, I'm going to try really hard, I'm going to look good, I'm going to feel my best, because I'm going to look in the mirror and think, wow, I look really good, especially when I try. And that can almost lead to comparing yourself to other people, because once the focus is on you and you're thinking that you look great, which that's not bad to think, so don't take this the wrong way, but if you are just looking at yourself and thinking, I look great and people are going to be attracted to me, and then say you show up to the party, whatever it is that you're doing, and there's somebody else there that looks great too, and they're getting a lot of attention because of that, that can almost start to crush your self-esteem, because it's like, oh, I thought like I looked great, and now I see the focus is on this other person or these other people. So does that take away from me, how I am? And of course the answer to that is no. So this is just a warning that as you are getting back out there and people are being very attracted to you and you're seeing your friends again, don't get too caught up in comparing yourself to other people. Just stay in this energy of the Queen of Wands, because this energy is about seeing yourself in a very positive light and just really believing that that's how other people will see you too, because they will. And just having that confidence. It's not about being cocky and thinking, yeah, well, I'm just the greatest thing that ever happened. That can be so easily crushed when somebody else comes along and makes you feel like they kind of take you off of your throne there a little bit. If you have the confidence within yourself that you just know you're a great person and there's other great people out there too, you're not the only one, but there's also, you're not better than anybody else and they're not better than you. Do you understand what I mean? So like I said, this is just a warning that as you're finding that confidence within yourself, don't take it to an egotistical level. Just know your worth and be comfortable with that, because you are great and people are going to be drawn to you. So really, this is a pretty exciting week for you. I think it's going to just be a lot of fun. I think you're going to be seeing people that you care about again, and it's going to be a lot of positive experiences for you that maybe you've been waiting for a while because of the situation of the world. But I hope this offered you clarity, and if it did, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like too. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 2, if you chose Pile 2, then this is your message. And we are going to be finding out what you can expect in the week ahead. So we will start with your tarot. And as I was shuffling, 4 tarot cards came out. Usually only 3 come out, but I really felt the need to read all 4. I think that it's just going to be a lot clearer and a pretty beautiful message. So let's get right to it. We have the Death card, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, for Romance Angels, we have Past Life Relationship. And for the Wisdom Oracle, we have Happy Happy. Okay, so you have been here with the Nine of Wands, which this is a state of not having a very clear direction on where you want to go next. It's really about weighing all of the options, but in such a way that you're kind of being guarded, I guess you could say. He's kind of, he has himself barricaded almost by these wands here. He's looking around, and he's really trying to figure out where he wants to go next, but he's not being very open to the possibilities of positive outcomes. It's more just about, it can be about getting stuck in like a slump where all you can really think about is the negative outcomes. And then when you do come up with something that it's like, yeah, but what if this positive thing happens? Then you're still in that way of thinking to where your mind then takes it to, well, it's highly doubtful that that positive thing will happen, and even if it does, I bet this negative thing will follow right after. So it's weighing options, but not really bringing the positive in enough. It's more about focusing on the negative, guarding yourself from the possible positive outcomes. But what I do see is more balance coming in. The Six of Pentacles is a card that is all about balance. So there is something that is happening this week that it may be from an outside situation. Maybe someone will come in and offer you some clarity on how your current situation will turn out positively. Maybe you'll just have an epiphany within yourself. I can't say for sure, but there will be something that comes along and offers you a more balanced outlook on the situation that you're currently dealing with, that recently you've only really been seeing. You might think that you're seeing all possible outcomes, but you have had such a negative mindset about it, I hate to say, that you're really blocking the reality that there are also positive outcomes, and something is going to bring in the possibility of those positive outcomes. And I see with the Death card here that this probably is going to change your outlook on a lot of things, because the Death card, it seems like it would be a bad card, of course. It's death, so that seems how could that be positive? But it really can be positive because the death card is actually about having a rebirth as far as your mental health in this situation, I would say, to where it's like once you get this balanced energy as you're looking at the situation that you're dealing with and you're not just seeing the negative, that's going to change your whole perspective on the situation. And just the same as the negative thoughts can sometimes snowball to where it's like you have one negative thought and then that scares you, so you have another negative thought to follow that one up, and you just get yourself into this ball of worry and negativity, and it seems to snowball on itself. Like I said, positivity and positive thoughts can work the same way, because have you ever noticed that if you're having what seems to be a bad day, and that morning you spill coffee on yourself, and then you think, well, this is sure to be a bad day, so then you get stuck in a traffic jam, and then you get to work and your boss yells at you for being late, so then you're in a bad mood, and then you have to work through lunch to make up for it, so now you're hungry, so yada yada yada. The day is just like, how could this get worse? And it just keeps building on itself negatively. But then sometimes when you're having what you consider to be a good day, like you wake up and you realize when you get to work, your co-worker brought donuts in for everybody. So you get your favorite donut out of the box, and then your boss calls you into his office and says, your report came back great and you're going to get a raise. Like, there's just, that puts your vibration out into the universe in a more positive way when your experiences, really what I'm trying to say here is all it takes is a couple or even one positive thoughts or experiences to turn a whole situation around. And I think that's the only reason that you have been struggling, because you've kept yourself in this negative mindset that has just built on itself with more and more negativity. And whatever this is that's going to happen is going to give you this rebirth into this positive mindset that you might start to notice that positive things are just starting to pile up on themselves in your life. One good thing happens for you, and then 5 more good things happen for you, because you've increased that energy that you're putting out into the universe to even be able to accept the positive things that you are supposed to be given. Like, life isn't just supposed to be a series of negative events. It can be a little bit of both, but you have to get to this place that you are even willing to accept these positive thoughts and experiences into your life. And I think that's what's going to happen for you this week, because, as I said when I was shuffling, a 4th card fell out, and the 4th card was the Ace of Cups. That's why I knew I had to take it, because it was just like, you can't turn down this card. Look at it. It's literally total happiness and abundance. And a lot of, like, see how the cup is just pouring out, it's overflowing? That is the pouring over of positivity that your life is going to start to have when you change your mindset. And when you get into that positive place mentally, this abundance that you see in this card is going to be yours. It's not a question of if, it's just when you are able to get yourself there. It does take some hard work. It takes getting out of your comfort zone, because sometimes, although negativity and bad experiences, they aren't pleasant, but they can be more comfortable to people if that's what they're used to having, because they don't want to get their hopes up and think, if something positive happens to you and you're not used to that, you might think, well, I don't deserve this, or okay, something good happened, but how is it going to go wrong? This is showing you that if you can change your mind about that, change your thinking about that, you will have a lot of positive things coming your way. They've been waiting to come into your life. They've just been waiting for you to be willing to accept them. So this is showing that as soon as you can do that for yourself, there's a lot coming your way. And I think that this week, something will be happening to change that balance of getting out of that negativity, getting into that positivity to accept that. So we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. As far as relating this to the reading that we've done so far, I think that this probably has to do with somebody that hurt you in the past or did something wrong to you that you were involved with. They may be coming back to offer you an apology. They may want to restart the relationship with you. That will, of course, be up to you if you want to do that, because whatever they did to you, it did hurt you, and I don't know, that will be up for you to decide if it was like something that would be forgivable or not. That's totally your call. But all I'm seeing from this is this may be the thing that turns this balance for you, because if this person that has hurt you is coming back to try to apologize or even make things right with you, that might be the positivity that you need to think, I never thought that person that hurt me would come back and apologize like that. And the fact that they did, I believe anything is possible now, because I never saw that coming, and it just happened for me. So I guess even the most negative of situations can turn around and be positive. And this apology or this person returning to your life may be just the thing that you need to see that even a situation that seems very negative has the capability of turning around. It just might not be something that we can see right now. It's just, nothing stays bad forever. Like, even the stuff that we go through in our lives, even the bad things that happen to us, we eventually get to the other side of that and we have positive experiences again. So just keep that in mind and be open to the possibility that somebody that has hurt you will be reaching out to you to try to make that right. So we have Happy, which this is a card of getting what you want and being happy because of things in your external world, because some of these cards are more about like self-exploration, being happy within ourselves. This is actually a card of externally the things coming in that we want, whether it be like a person that we've wanted to be with, a thing that we've wanted, whatever this is that you've been waiting for to make you happy. I think that this is going to go along great with the Ace of Cups, because both of these cards are very much about the wait is over. Whatever it is that you have been wanting is here, and this is telling you that. So as long as we accept this rebirth and we accept this positivity and stop dwelling on the negativity in our lives, this is what you have coming to you. Because you have been waiting for a while to be happy again, and if you can get yourself out of that negative mindset, it is coming towards you. Like, this is a clear sign that what you've been waiting for is about to happen. You just have to make sure that you're open to it when it gets here so you don't miss out on it. And as far as what I'm seeing here, that will happen for you, because we do see that something is ending and a rebirth is going to happen. And I think that is going to be within yourself. You're going to enter a more positive, abundant energy. And that is really great news. So that is what I see here. And I really hope this offered you some clarity on the situation. If it did, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe down below and give the video a like. And thank you very much for watching. Hi Group 3. If you chose Pile 3, then this is your message. And we are going to be finding out what you can expect in your week ahead. So, we will start with Tarot. And we have the King of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Star. For Romance Angels, we have Trust. And for the Wisdom Oracle, as I was shuffling, I usually only choose one card, but two fell out, and I really felt that I should read both, so we will. So we have the Fates and Round and Round. Okay, so we'll start with Tarot. What I see is you have been carrying a lot of pain, and this may be pain from a specific situation that just really broke your heart. One person may have caused you a lot of pain, or this could be pain from many different situations that have happened throughout your life, and you're still carrying the strong emotions that you had throughout those situations, and for whatever reason those feelings never got resolved for you, so you're still carrying those with you. And since this is a 10, the 10 of Wands indicates that although you have all of this pain that you've been carrying, you're ready to just set it down, because the 10 is the end of the cycle. So this is showing that you have kind of reached the end of the line to where you can't carry all of this with you anymore. It's just really not healthy, and you're recognizing that it's not healthy and it's not doing you any good. So you're finally ready to set the pain down. You're finally ready to let it go. And I see that happening through letting it out. And what I mean by that is the Star is really kind of an outpouring of emotions. That's why we see her here pouring out all this water. Water in tarot, of course, shows that it has to do with emotions, and she's just kind of pouring all of that out. So I am not sure whether you will be able to tell the person that actually hurt you and let all of your emotions come out to that person. If not, I believe that there will be some outlet that you will be able to still release all of these feelings that you've been carrying with you that have not been serving you. And whether that be through journaling, you know, something like through self-work, to where it's like you don't really expect closure, or if you did talk to the person that hurt you, you don't expect it to maybe go very well. So sometimes there are different ways that we can still let those feelings out without having to express them to the actual person that hurt us. Sometimes, as I said, journaling can help. It can just be, you can almost like write a letter to the person that hurt you and tell them how you feel about it, tell them what they did and how it made you feel, but just don't send it to the person. Like, just write it as if you were going to. There's, of course, therapy, so talking to a professional about what you're feeling. Whatever option you choose, even talking, if you think it would be beneficial to talk to the person that hurt you and it wouldn't be a bad situation, like it wouldn't bring up arguments for you guys, or it wouldn't bring up old wounds worse, you know, it wouldn't cause you to just be very emotional again and go back into that same place that you were when it happened, then by all means talk to that person if you think that that would be a healthy thing to do. Whatever you decide to do, the feelings will be coming out, and that is going to be very, very great for you, because you have been holding on to them for way too long. And that's not, I'm not trying to invalidate, I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel that way, like, because it's been however long since the person hurt you. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying for your own good and for you to be able to move on with your life and have good experiences, you need to let it go. Just for yourself. You don't, like, to forgive another person is more for yourself than it is for the other person. It's about kind of dealing with the situation and not letting it impact you anymore. And I see you being able to do that, because the King of Cups is a very emotional energy. This king is, of course, cups has to do with emotions. So this is the most emotional king that there is in tarot. And yet he is still extremely strong and very mature. So he allows himself to feel whatever it is that he feels in a situation, but he doesn't let that control him. He doesn't let his emotions take over to the point that he loses control and makes possibly bad decisions based off of how he feels. He still stays in his place of power, but he allows himself to feel the emotions, feel them fully, feel them all the way to the other side, but not let that make him act irrationally or act out in any way. He just sits with those feelings and he allows himself to feel, and he gets through it, and he continues to have his power and make good decisions. And I see that this is what you're going to be able to do once you let all these extremely strong feelings out, because these strong pent up feelings have not been serving you, and since they are pent up, they probably want to come out in such a way that might be unhealthy, that might make you act out of character. I don't think that you're going to allow yourself to do that, as indicated by the King of Cups. I think whatever it is that you choose to do to let those feelings out is going to be extremely beneficial. It's not going to hurt anybody. You're not going to just go around and try to fight with all the people that have ever hurt you. You're not going to go about it that way. You're going to just allow yourself to feel those feelings and do whatever it is that you need to do to get through them, so that you can be happy again and start to have positive experiences again, as opposed to basing everything that's happening in your life right now on what may have hurt you in the past. You can't go through life holding grudges or holding on to bad feelings and expect to have a positive life with new people and new energies. So we have the trust card, and it says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. This is just showing me that you really need to trust yourself more. And when you do have these strong feelings, and when you do feel these emotions that they're caused by past experiences. So you might not feel very comfortable trusting yourself because you might be making decisions in your life today based on things that have happened to you in the past that were bad. So that would almost be making a decision based out of fear of getting hurt again because you have been hurt before. So trusting yourself enough to believe that not everything is going to turn out badly. Not everything is going to be like these past experiences that you've had that have hurt you. And trusting yourself to know that you know how to, really let your emotions be what they are and not let them control your actions so much to where it's like you can feel any way you want. You can feel as angry as you've ever felt. That doesn't mean you have to go break somebody's car windows out or, whatever the case is. Trust yourself enough to allow yourself to fully feel those emotions and know that whatever it is that you feel, that is okay, and you can feel it, you can validate it. You don't have to let it control you, though. So we have the fates here, and this is about accepting things that we don't necessarily have control over, and just letting that be the case. If we don't have control over something or someone, and there's no way that we can control them, that probably means that we don't need to control them. Because if it was something that we actually needed to control, we would have control over it, if that makes sense. Like, we can control ourselves and our own actions because that's something we need to have control over. But to control what is going to happen to us, and I think this goes back to these hurts that you've had. Maybe people have been dishonest with you, or they've broken your trust and they've betrayed you in some way. So that has caused you to feel that maybe if you can just control what they do, or somebody that you were close to, they went out and were with somebody behind your back. So if you don't let your current partner or your future partners go out, then they won't betray you like that. They won't have the opportunity to be with somebody else behind your back. That can be very unhealthy, because when we start to try to control what other people do, we learn very quickly that, one, we can't control what other people do because in the end they're going to do whatever they want. And two, it adds this level of stress to our lives. It's like, you already have the obligation to control yourself and to worry about your own life and what you're doing. You do not need to take on somebody else's life and think you have to keep them in line so that they don't mess up. That's just a bad situation to be in for yourself, because then when they do decide to go against what you are trying to control them to do, that can be extremely stressful, and it can be extremely painful as well, because you'll continuously be left with this feeling of betrayal as people just go with their free will. I mean, because people should really be allowed to do whatever they want, even if it's bad. Like, they should be able to just make that decision for themselves, and of course they will suffer the consequences. Like, if somebody hurts you, I'm not saying, oh well, you can't control that, so just stay with them and get over it. That's not what I mean at all. But just, if you allow somebody to do what it is that they are going to do anyway, that actually allows you to get a better idea of their character and see that maybe they're not the type of person that you want to be with. Or if you allow them their free will and they can do as they please and they don't hurt you, that shows you that that's good. Like, they're a good person because they can do whatever they want and they choose to do what's right for their relationship with you. They don't hurt you, and that's their choice. So this is just a warning to just accept when you can't control something, that's okay, and that's the way that it's supposed to be, and you'll be okay with whatever outcome. So round and round, this is showing that you did learn a lesson that you needed to learn. And it also is showing that if you are seeing a pattern in your life, maybe you keep ending up somehow with the same type of people, or just however it's showing up in your life, that there is a pattern that it seems that you can't get yourself out of. Since you learned a difficult lesson that you needed to learn, and this might be learned through letting all of these emotions out, maybe you are needing to learn that it is okay to be emotional, and it's actually okay to get hurt, because it usually has something to teach us. So whatever it is that hurt you, maybe once you allow yourself to feel the emotions of it and let it go, that will teach you that whatever you needed to learn from these past painful experiences, it taught you how to be better in your current and future relationships. So you can make a difference as far as how situations turn out. It goes back to this. You can control what you can control, if that makes any sense. And what you can control is yourself, how you react to situations, how you treat the person that you're with, and don't try to control them, or be a little bit more understanding of people. Just whatever it is that you needed to learn from the situation that hurt you, I believe that as it comes out, as those feelings come out, you will learn that. You'll see maybe how you could have handled the situation differently, and that's going to make a difference in your future relationships. Because even if you end up in a situation that somebody is going to hurt you again, your reaction to it, if it is different, can make the situation a lot better. And it can also show the person that you're with that if you're more willing to forgive and less controlling, they may want to be better for you, because they realize this is a really great person. They're very understanding and they're very forgiving. So I don't want to hurt somebody like that. Like, I want to make this person happy because they make me happy. So this is just showing that you did learn a lesson, or you're going to, as you start to release these feelings. And it needed to be learned in order for you to be healthier in your future relationships. And I see that happening for you. And I think that when somebody else comes into your life, you're going to be ready for that. And the situation is actually going to work out a lot better than anything that you've experienced in the past that has hurt you. So that is what I see here for you, and I really hope this offered you some clarity. And if it did, I would appreciate if you would subscribe down below, please, and give the video a like. And thank you very much for watching.